These dark days call for crimson nights, so when the sun sets, the crimson moon rises.
Good evening, Crimson Knights. Excited to be with you here tonight for kind of a surprise, random, chill stream. Have a little bit of free time tonight, and I've just been itching to play some Final Fantasy Online. We've been playing a lot of other games, but I'm paying monthly for Final Fantasy Online. I have Endwalker pre-ordered. It's coming out on Monday. I'm not even going to be able to play it because I'm not far enough in the game. So I just want to have a fun, kind of random, chill stream of some Final Fantasy tonight and progress with some of the story, because I just been itching to get it in, you know? So happy December 1st. Good to see you guys in the chat. Cora, Red2, good to see you both. Welcome, welcome. Cora says, with the new and epic no dislike display. You know, I don't know if I haven't actually noticed that. Let me check that out. The no dislike display. I guess there's still a dislike button, but it doesn't show you how many dislikes there are, basically. It's interesting. But yeah, so we're just gonna have a fun, chill time tonight. Got our warm fire back there with the crimson stockings on the mantle. We got our crimson tree right over there, and you can see that we've got some CrimsonMune ornaments for new subscribers to the channel, new Crimson Knights that we have between now and Christmas. Any new subscribers who have public subscriptions, I'll add ornaments for them, and they'll be featured on the stream for the next 25 days. I like the Christmas season. I like a lot of different seasons, but you know, something nice about kind of cozying up, having the lights and the Christmas trees, the excitement of Christmas, especially with the Crimson kids. They're so excited to open gifts on Christmas. It's a fun season, and I'm excited to end out 2021 with you all. On Friday, just as a reminder, we will be playing Fortnite for our Crimson Friday, and we will be playing the last night of Chapter 2 of Fortnite, so that should be fun. The Chapter 2 season finale is going to be on Saturday. I'm probably going to miss it, so I probably will just have to watch it. I won't be able to play it or stream it or anything. But we'll play some Fortnite to close out the season and the chapter together on Friday. And next week, we're actually going to be looking at the new Warzone Caldera map. So big changes in the two big Battle Royale games, Fortnite and Warzone. It's a big week for both of those games. Going to be fun to see the new maps in both, and seeing if we get some new life and energy into the Battle Royale mode, which you all know I absolutely love. So that's exciting. But tonight, we're just going to be having a more chill stream of Final Fantasy. I know that Final Fantasy is not everybody's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. It's okay. If you don't like it, hey, it's okay. You don't have to. But I enjoy it a lot, and I'm told that the farther you get in the story for Final Fantasy XIV, it starts to get really good, is what everyone is saying. So I really want to get to the next couple kind of expansions of the Final Fantasy XIV story, because I hear that it just gets really good, a really good story. So I'm very excited about that. So Red2, can you join? I'm assuming you're asking about like Fortnite. If so, absolutely. We'll be playing some Fortnite on Friday night, and it's kind of open to play with Crimson Knights. So if you want to join, You know, you can get on in. We'll try to rotate people through, and we'll just kind of get as many people through as we can for however long we play. But absolutely, Red 2, if you get there on Friday, we'll get you in. It'll be fun to play. Obviously, if you have a mic, that is even better. Thank you, everybody, for the video likes. And Talk Spammer, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the Crimson Knights. Thank you for joining the Crimson Knights. Subscribe to the channel. Hope that you enjoyed this live stream. Hope that you enjoy the videos uploaded to the channel on the regular, as well as the Crimson Knight community in the Discord and elsewhere. So, Talk Spammer, welcome to the Crimson Knights. Let me get you an ornament. See if this will work or what. See how hard this is to do, huh? Whoop, that's me. Yeah. Oh, it's because this is locked. That's why. Alright. This. Put this down here. Lock this. Whoops. Hey, Nick, how's it going? You said, will you say when it is on Discord? I was expecting that to happen, Talk Spammer. Literally spamming talk. No, but for real, welcome to the Crimson Knights. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, Talk Spammer. Much appreciated. And welcome, welcome. See how that works. That looks pretty good, right? Cool, we got Talk Spammer on the tree. Welcome again to the Crimson Knights. Nick said, just sitting in bed getting rest right now. Nick, I saw on Discord that you broke your arm, dude. Apparently tripped on your dog? Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. That like really sucks. Hope you get well soon, Nick, but that kind of stinks to have your arm broken like that. Talk Spammer's a troll, but only to people who deserve it. Well, I appreciate you saying that I don't deserve the trolling, so whew, thank goodness, because the trolls have been awful. Sometimes can really ruin the vibes, but I appreciate that, Talk Spammer, and thanks for backing me up here, and thanks for subscribing to the channel again. Red 2 is asking about the Fortnite stream that's coming up. We're going to switch over to Final Fantasy in 1 second, by the way. Don't worry about that. We're going to get there. But let me post this link for Red 2 right now. Red 2, here is the link to the Fortnite stream that's going to happen. If you go on there, you can click on Reminder, the little notification bell, and it will notify you when that stream starts. It will automatically post in the Discord announcement channel as well. So if you click the reminder, or if you turn on notifications for the Discord announcements, you will be notified when the Fortnite stream starts on Friday night. So I always post the I always schedule out about the next week of streams, and sometimes I schedule out like farther out really good like special streams that I'm gonna do. So you can always check the front page of the channel to see what the streams are scheduled, when they're gonna be, what games we're gonna play, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and yeah, you get an ornament for subscribing in. Oh shoot. It changed both of them. Look at that. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that later. We'll fix that later. Dog pool. It changed both of those, so that's a problem. Oh well. All right, sounds good, Red 2. We'll have a great rest of your night, and look forward to seeing you again on Friday. Again, this is just a kind of extra special stream that we're doing right now. And thank you guys again for the video likes. Nick asks, are you doing the G Fuel giveaway tonight? No, I will do G Fuel giveaways. I will do on Friday during the Fortnite stream for, depending on like how many wins we get and stuff like that. And then I'm waiting until the subathon on December 31st. We're going to do a big subathon and we'll do a bunch of different giveaways and things during that subathon. I might have to change which giveaways happen when, depending on how many subs we have at that point, because we've already passed the first level, which was 775 subs. We're now at 781, so that's awesome. But no, we're not going to do any giveaways tonight, Nick. We'll do them on Friday and also during the subathon at the end of the month. All right, we'll keep talking, but let's switch over to Final Fantasy XIV and start getting into A Realm Awoken story. It looks like they might be doing some server maintenance on Final Fantasy XIV tonight at 1 a.m., if I read that correctly. I'm not necessarily planning to stream that long, but we might get kicked at about 1 a.m. So that might be the end of our stream, whether we like it or not tonight. They're doing server maintenance to get ready for the Endwalker expansion that's dropping, I think, on Monday. I don't know why it's saying my connection is poor, but there's gonna be a ton of people. Like, this queue on Monday is just gonna be insane, I'm sure, because everyone is gonna be trying to get in to play Endwalker. So right now the queues are easy, but thanks again for the other video like. I can never see who likes the video, but I can see the number going up. Very much appreciated. Thank you for liking the video. Nick says, sadly, 12/17 won't work for me now for my sub day. Oh, that stinks. But that's okay. Nick, we'll still get your sub day in. Don't worry about that. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Nick, I will, I'll DM you on Discord and we'll figure out a better day for your sub day that works for you, all right? So don't even worry about it. I suspect that, Rancid Ricky is going to be redeeming another sub day and probably asking for some Doom Eternal, so we can always swap that out or whatever. All right. Next main scenario quest, The Price of Principles, is over here in Thanalin. So let's go there. We're just gonna jump right in. So basically what we have done, the original main story of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn is what it was called. And it was called A Realm Reborn because the funny story, not necessarily funny, but basically the funny story is that Final Fantasy XIV at its launch was terrible. 10 years ago, I played it. It was not good. Never, like, I played it and then just didn't play it again. All right, Night Red 2. I'll talk to you later, Red 2. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. But basically what they ended up doing was they basically completely remade the game, Final Fantasy XIV, and then they just wiped the game and started over. And so they called the new storyline A Realm Reborn because they had literally killed the game and then rebirthed it as a new game. So we beat that. And now we're doing some of the patch content that comes after the main content before we get to the next expansion. So we're kind of between the main story and the next expansion. And so this will start up the first patch content right here. The patch content's kind of like they added in some little story quests and stuff for us to do before the next expansion. but I haven't played this game at all. Like, this is the first time I'm doing any of this. So you guys will see this with me for the very first time. Never done any of these stories. The Price of Principles. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Crimson, it pleases me to see you well. Tataru, do excuse me for interrupting, Crimson. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. I'm basically gonna have to do so much voice acting in this game. I always have to, like, drink a ton of water because it's so much talking, but I love it. Thank you for the video likes. Up to 5 on the video now. Thank you, guys. Minfilia, ever since we defeated Gaius Van Balsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, that's what we just did in the last, the end of the last expansion there, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. They love alliteration in this game. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. Hey, Sabisachi, how's it going? I'm doing well. Oh, shoot. Quora, just refund yourself and do it again. It looks like I had alerts muted, actually. I apologize for that. Just refund yourself the moon rocks and do it again. That's why Talk Spammer's subscription notification didn't happen. So sorry about that, Talk Spammer. But at least we noticed it and thanked you. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, that's what she's in charge of, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Crimson, drink some G Fuel. All right, will do. I've got my Miami Nights shaker. Hey! And a burp? Alright. And I actually have Miami Nights in my Miami Nights shaker. I forgot that. Thanks for the G Fuel. That's always fun. I need G Fuel to stay up this late and to, like, stay energetic and engaged with games and stream this late at night. So I'm not sponsored by G Fuel, but I love to drink G Fuel. I love it. It's my caffeine of choice, I guess you could say, and it's got so many great flavors and everything. So I love drinking G Fuel. Okay, so the price of principles, we just have to speak with a bunch of people. Let's get her other quest. A recurring problem, no reward. Minfilia has need of your talents for a re-emerging primal problem. Okay, never mind. Let's not open that up right now. It sounds like just maybe repeating content. I was thinking about trying to force a burp, but I don't think I can do it, so we'll just go with your sound effect burp. Okay, so there's a bunch of people over here, I think, that we can talk to. Here they all are. All right, let's see what Ishtola has to say. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral shortly after the Luminson sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Mare Webb that her people had broken their treaty with the Kobolds, and that the Beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because, owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Luminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolve them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what she's talking about, because she talks, like, so stilted language. Like, what are you even saying? Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there's a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Crimson. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. All right. Ida, let's talk to her. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? She likes the gifts. Papalimo, none can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Alden now and have it done with. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Alright, and here's Urianger. 'Tis the lot of powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. The sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few and our fortunes so finite. Well, I could try to get rich, I guess. Alright, now we gotta go speak with Alfinod. Sabyasachi, you are rich! Sabyasachi is rich in points. Look at that. See what Alfinod has to say. What are you gonna do with all those points, Sabyasachi? The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Crimson. Alphanod, Crimson? Is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Aldan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they're the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors would be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona! Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it's also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we've developed a certain bond with Alda and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Alda is our home, Alphanod. To cast aside everything we've built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphanod. I'm sure you will have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I've left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I cannot very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. The price of principles. Okay, Darklight Band of Fending. Alright, so that gives, like, what? Tenacity... Skill speed, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know which one to do. This is a level 70 item. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Maiming, fending, maiming, or striking. They're all level 50, though. All right, let's get the Crimson Ring. We'll go Band of Striking. Let's do that one. Quest complete. Okay, so Crimson Core, I shared a picture of a sunrise in my place in Discord. You can check it if you want. Yeah, so I don't have JWE2, and I'm probably not gonna buy it right now, honestly. I've spent way too much on games already, new games, but I have JWE, and I would love to do a stream of that. If you want to redeem that, we can absolutely do a stream, probably pretty soon, actually, of JWE. So if you redeem that, I will schedule it. Let me take a look at the sunrise. Ooh, wow. That's cool. That's beautiful, Sabyasachi. Wow. That's where you live? That is beautiful. In India, where you live. That's really beautiful, Sabyasachi. Yeah, exactly, Quora. Like, we could swap out... We'll see. I don't know if I can do Nick's earlier, so... Anyway, I might just do yours first instead if he can't make that date, you know? Moving on. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Lee Valda, has it truly come to this? Oh, Crimson, pray attend to Alphanod. He's engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphanod waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Cora, how much are you enjoying, like, how big of a difference is there, excuse me, is there between Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2? Like, is it a huge difference, or how drastic is the difference? Are the games very different? Is one much better than the other? Are they both good in different ways? Like, I'd love to hear your kind of opinion, your comparison of the two. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Falmin was her name, though you may know her better as the Songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Falmin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate, for whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Falmin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean, to set forth for Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gagaraju as to the veracity of these rumors.
Yes.
I never talk, I only nod. Alright, speak with Alphinaud. We did that. Now we gotta go to Gagaraju in Costa del Sol. So let's go there. Cora, speaking about Jurassic World Evolution, says, in 1, you have campaign and challenge. You personally only played campaign, made a lot of cool sandbox parks, but in 2, you have the campaign that lasts 3 hours on average, and 5 chaos theory modes. Oh, that's fun. 5 challenge modes, and you have to unlock sandbox. Oh, interesting. So you have to do the... In 2, you have to actually do the challenge modes in order to unlock the sandbox mode. Very interesting. Which one do you like better? Like, if you could only have one or the other, which one would you rather? Oh my gosh, what the... Alright, here's Gagaraju, one of the most hilarious people in this game. Oh sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane, I mean Crimson, what brings you to my humble resort? Falmin? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Gads, man! If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame to think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy! West it is. Thank you, Master Gagaraju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Alright, so now we have to go gather new information at Wineport, which is all the way over here. I'm just gonna teleport again because it's easier. So... Cora is saying, I would rather have 2 because of how diverse and unique it is. All right, let's check something out here. Let's check something out. Let's open up the Epic Games Store and let's just see. We can take a look at Jurassic World Evolution 2. But I'm guessing it's basically full price. I don't know that I can swing that. 2 is actually canon. Interesting. Where does it fit in the timeline? It's really slow because I'm doing so much on this. On this computer. The Epic Games Store is a little bit bulky at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's $60. I don't think I can swing that right now. $60, that's a bit much. If it were lower, I would consider it more. 2 is canon 3 years after the movie. 3 years after which movie? Hey, Kemal, how's it going? You said just got my first vaccine. I'm assuming you're talking about COVID. Congratulations. How are you feeling? Actually, today, this morning, the Crimson kid got his second COVID shot, and the Crimson wife got her booster. So she's got both shots and got the booster. I still need to get my booster shot. But the Crimson son, his arm kind of hurts, but otherwise seems to be fine. And the Crimson wife, she's kind of feeling it a little bit more. She's like in bed with a heating pad and stuff. Bergliant. Well, if it isn't Crimson, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand? If she's your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Okay. Wait, so where else am I supposed to go? Oh, over here. Glad to hear that you're feeling well, Kemal. I know, I got the vaccines. The first shot, I definitely had like a headache. The first shot. The second shot, I was just fine. I didn't really feel anything. It'll be interesting to see how I feel once I get the booster shot. Jongbar. Eh? You want to know if I've seen a Makote lass by the name of Falmin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Okay. We gathered info. Speak with Shamani Lomani. I think Shamani's over here. Time IRL is time in that universe. Oh, interesting. So you actually have to, like, just sit there and play the game straight, basically? The most recent movie, Dominion, is next year, so it's 1 year after the game. Dominion is after the game. Dude, I love the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. I can't wait for Dominion to come out. I mean, they're so entertaining. They're just great. I mean, it's all the same thing in a way, but I just love them. I really do. I don't rewatch movies much, but the Jurassic Park series, like, I rewatch those movies. Sniff, sniff. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Crimson. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. All right, so let's look at the map and see where she is. Moving on is way down there, so let's hop on a chocobo and go find this girl. I really doubt it's Falmin. It's probably just some random other person. But we'll find out in a second. Kemal said, my head hurts not because of the vaccine, but because I bonked it on the wall by accident. How'd you do that, Kemal? Everybody's hurting themselves. Nick broke his arm today. Do I have Discord? Absolutely, Kemal. Here, let me throw the link in here. Anyone is welcome to join the Crimson Knights Discord. As long as you follow the community rules, be respectful and kind, don't spam. Anyone's welcome. We have a nice little community growing in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. So get on in there, Kemal. It says Falmin. Maybe it is her. All right, let's... okay. Giant Gabu. I have to remember how to play this game. I am out of practice here. All right, he's dead. Yeah, I'm so slow. Jeez, I gotta practice. Okay, Kemal, awesome. Welcome to the Discord, Kemal. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gabu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I mean. I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume? Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you are dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me more than you know, but tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenosha aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have what we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Off to Wineport we go! Speak with Falmine. We did that. Alright, I guess now we gotta go back to Wineport. This is a chocobo, by the way, so you can ride around on chocobo. That's what my shirt is. I guess you can't really see it. That's what my shirt is, a chocobo shirt. There are some things that are like in every Final Fantasy game, and chocobos are one of them. Chocobos are like these giant yellow chickens that you can ride on, basically, instead of horses. And they're awesome. I love them. In a lot of the Final Fantasy games, you can actually race chocobos, or raise them even. You can't, I don't think you can really raise chocobos in this game. They don't have that mechanic. But in the last Final Fantasy MMO, Final Fantasy XI, you could get like a chocobo egg and like fully raise chocobos and like feed them different things and make them different colors and have different stats. I mean, it was a whole awesome thing. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Okay, so now, band of aiming, healing, or casting. We'll go aiming. I don't really do any of the, like, magical or healing classes yet. Let me go over the Discord real quick. I think Kemal just joined our Discord. Official Kemal. Give Kemal a little welcome in the Discord. Okay, now let's talk to her. All things in time. Falmine has made her peace and is ready to reunite with her adopted daughter. Okay, she's ready. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I've kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Oh, we're back to the Waking Sands. I'm glad they just put us back here. Means we don't have to, like, do all the fast traveling and everything. Perfect! That was nice and smooth for us. Antecedent, you have a guest. Mom! Lamine? Celia. Aww. Mother-daughter reunion. I haven't seen her like this in years, Crimson. Like my crimson-looking bow? She's crying. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I can think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. It's nothing. Oh no. Salsetia perfume! You remembered! How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. Well, I guess, you know, coming back with some perfume just makes being gone for like 5 years totally acceptable and fine. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Crimson, however. I could not have made it without him. Seems like you'd have been fine. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you both. Took a little screenshot of the mother-daughter. There's something else. Nothing again. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It's clear that there's much I do not know about you and your mother both. I was gonna say, they do not really look alike at all. Like, she's like a cat. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing's amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do and of what it may entail. Okay, I gotta close this. Lamine. You built it once, Cecilia. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Yes. One thing about Final Fantasy is that it's always so dramatic, like over-dramatic, you know? Kind of slow-paced oftentimes, but it's good stuff. Great stories. Alphanod, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. Shall we go? Yes. Okay, let's see. Fending. Darklight Choker of Fending. Oh, these are chokers. Maiming or striking. Again, we'll go for striking. Seems like really good stuff. I'm curious if any of it will get equipped. We can put on the Band of Aiming, so we'll equip that. Update our gear here. Shadows Uncast. Maelstrom. Speak with Ophelia at... Oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm doing. Laying the Foundation is the next thing we're going to do. By the way, Sabisachi, I don't know if you're still here, but did you actually redeem the sub Friday? Okay, so I did this. Did that. I did this. And this. Okay, it looks like it was not redeemed yet. Laying the foundation. Minfilia would share with you the latest news on the Scion's imminent relocation. Good to know. I wonder if it's actually going to move for us, because that'd be interesting. It's all well and good that we found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent. Really, Alphanod? If I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps, I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphanord, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the signs of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Crimson, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slathborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Now what? Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Crimson. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you've earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far. There's already so much you've done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Sabyasachi says, I redeemed Doom Nightmare sub Friday for Ricky. Sabisachi, I already did that stream, though, right? Because the last redemption you did was a Doom stream, and I played that one. Are you going to redeem this one now? For Jurassic World or something? Ah, Crimson, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphanod has just returned, and it would seem there's something he would share with us. Here's another question, Cora. Is Jurassic World single player or can it be multiplayer? Like, can we play that game together? Or is it just like a single player game? You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Yay! Everybody loves it! A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? He's like, I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I've decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Seems like we've already done that. Are you sure that's wise, Antecedent? If anything, it's a mere formality, our existence quite possibly the worst-kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition, and the people have a right to know who saved them. It's my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them as we have time and again, united as one. Woohoo! To the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Moving day. Hopefully it's a more accessible area, because Waking Sands is not easy to get to exactly. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Felmine to teach me the basics of mining too. Tataru's gonna make some money by mining. We did it! Cora says it's single player. So, Sabisachi, if you want to redeem your moon rocks for anything, head into the Streamlabs loyalty store that Cora just pulled up, and you can spend your moon rocks in that Streamlabs store. So, if you want whatever you want to use moon rocks for, you can redeem them in the Streamlabs store that Cora just pulled up. And you just let me know what you want to happen. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphanaut, I mean. It was almost predictable that it should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Alright! Redeemed a select... Well, now it's Sub-Friday. I need to change that. But okay, Sabisachi has redeemed it. And Sabisachi, in the chat, Jurassic World Evolution. There you go. I'm actually really excited about that because it's been on the list. Like, let me show you.